When you mention Michael Jordan, you're not just talking about the greatest basketball player of all time. You're also referring to a fierce competitor who thrived on using any criticism, comment, or slight as fuel for his performance. Jordan didn't just play to win, he played to prove that he was the best. Any situation he perceived as a personal challenge became an opportunity to elevate his game. As he famously put it, "And I took that personally," a line that perfectly encapsulates how he turned both real and imagined slights into powerful motivation. But before we dive into the stories of when Michael Jordan took things personally, make sure to smash that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you love our content. Your support truly means the world to us. Number 1. The rivalry with Clyde Drexler. Let's kick things off with one of the most iconic examples of Michael Jordan taking something personally: the 1992 NBA Finals. During this series, Clyde Drexler, the shooting guard for the Portland Trail Blazers, was widely regarded as Jordan's closest rival. The media played up this rivalry by comparing Drexler's skills to Jordan's, particularly highlighting Drexler's slight edge in three-point shooting. But as you might expect, Jordan, always the relentless competitor, took these comparisons as a personal insult. In response, during Game 1 of the Finals, Jordan decided to make a statement. He nailed 6 three-pointers in the first half alone, amassing 35 points by halftime. After draining that 6th three-pointer, Jordan famously shrugged, as if to say, "Is this what they wanted?" It was a powerful moment that sent a clear message. There was no real comparison between the two players, and Jordan had once again proven why he was the best. But that's just the beginning. Let's move on to another moment where Jordan took it personally and elevated his game to another level. Number 2. Isaiah Thomas's freeze out at the 1985 All-Star Game. Continuing with another classic example, we move to Michael Jordan's rookie season and the 1985 All-Star Game. This is where the infamous freeze-out incident occurred. According to reports, the veteran players, led by Isaiah Thomas, deliberately avoided passing the ball to Jordan during the game. Although Thomas has consistently denied any malicious intent, Jordan believed it was a deliberate snub, a clear message from the league's established stars. This incident planted the seeds of a deep-seated rivalry between Jordan and Thomas, one that would only grow more intense in the years to come. Their battles on the court during the late 1980s and early 1990s were fierce, culminating in the 1991 Eastern Conference Finals. When the Bulls finally triumphed over the Pistons, it was Isaiah Thomas who infamously walked off the court without shaking hands, marking a bitter end to their rivalry. Number 3. LaBradford Smith's bucket list. Next is a moment involving a player you might not have heard of, LaBradford Smith. In 1993, Smith had a brief brush with fame when he delivered an outstanding performance against the Chicago Bulls, scoring 37 points and outscoring Michael Jordan in a game held in Washington. According to legend, after the game, Smith approached Jordan and casually said, "Good game, Mike." While the phrase seemed harmless, it was all Jordan needed to take it personally. What happened next is classic Jordan. The very next day, in a rematch, Jordan made it his mission to utterly dominate Smith. He scored 36 points in the first half alone, nearly matching Smith's total from the night before. By the end of the game, Jordan had racked up 47 points, making it clear that no one, especially not a low-profile player like Smith, could get away with challenging him, even in the slightest way. Number 4. The showdown with Reggie Miller. One of the most memorable showdowns in Michael Jordan's career involved Reggie Miller, the legendary shooting guard for the Indiana Pacers. In 1993, Miller, known for his confidence and trash-talking skills, made the mistake of underestimating Jordan. Before a game against the Bulls, Miller remarked that Jordan wasn't as dominant as he used to be, and suggested that the Pacers could take control of the game. For Jordan, this was more than just trash talk. It was a personal insult. As the game progressed, the tension between the two players kept building until it finally boiled over in the third quarter. After Miller attempted to push Jordan to gain position, Jordan retaliated with a hard shove, sparking a physical altercation that had to be broken up by referees and teammates from both sides. But the fight didn't end there. Following the scuffle, Jordan made it his mission to dominate Miller and lead the Bulls to victory, leaving no doubt about who truly ruled the court. Reggie Miller learned the hard way that challenging Michael Jordan, especially on his terms, was a mistake that wouldn't go unpunished. Number 5. The B.J. Armstrong Challenge. Michael Jordan faced off against his former teammate B.J. Armstrong. Now playing for the Charlotte Hornets, Armstrong had a standout performance in Game 2, scoring 20 points and leading his team to victory. After the game, Armstrong celebrated with enthusiasm, a move Jordan saw as disrespectful. In the next game, Jordan made it his mission to shut down Armstrong completely. He defended him with relentless intensity, ensuring Armstrong couldn't replicate his previous success. Meanwhile, Jordan took control of the game, leading the Bulls to a decisive victory and ultimately sealing the series. It was a clear message: no one, not even a former teammate, could challenge him and get away with it. Number 6. The confrontation with Karl Malone. Next on the list is Jordan's showdown with Karl Malone during the 1997 NBA Finals. Malone, the star of the Utah Jazz, had just been named the season MVP, edging out Jordan in the voting. Despite Malone's impressive season, Jordan felt that the MVP award rightfully belonged to him and took the decision as a personal slight. In Game 1 of the Finals, Jordan made a statement by scoring 31 points and playing a pivotal role in the Bulls' victory. However, his most legendary performance came in the famous flu game, where despite being severely ill, Jordan scored 38 points and led the Bulls to a crucial win. This supreme effort was Jordan's way of telling the world that, MVP award or not, he was the undisputed best player in basketball. Number 7. The motivation behind The Last Dance. And lastly, we arrive at the motivation behind Michael Jordan's last dance. Jordan's final season with the Chicago Bulls was fueled by a series of personal slights, the most significant being Jerry Krause's decision to dismantle the team despite their ongoing success. Krause's declaration that organizations win championships, not players, struck a nerve with Jordan, determined to prove that it was the players, especially himself, who were the true champions. Jordan led the Bulls to their 6th title. The 1997-98 season became a grand finale, a final statement where Jordan, despite numerous obstacles, reaffirmed his status as the greatest player in history by steering the Bulls to another championship. Michael Jordan was more than just a basketball player. He was an unstoppable force driven by an insatiable competitiveness. His ability to turn any slight criticism or comparison into motivation is one of the reasons he is considered the greatest of all time. These 7 examples show how Jordan, by taking things personally, not only outperformed his rivals, but humiliated them in the process. Whenever someone questioned his greatness, Jordan responded in the only way he knew, dominating on the court and making it clear that, when it came to basketball, he was on a level above the rest. This relentless approach continues to define his legacy, reminding us that few times in sports history have we seen someone so determined to prove, beyond a doubt, that he was the best. Now we want to hear your opinion. Which of these moments do you think Jordan took most personally? Do you remember any other moments that weren't included in the video? Is there a moment you think should have been on the list? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Remember, on our channel, we celebrate sports legends and the incredible stories behind them. Stay tuned for our content, and, as always, keep the passion for sports alive. See you in the next video.